Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's session, we have Mr. Vinayak Khosla with us, and this session is largely focused on careers after ISB and product management. Vinayak has been uh, an ISB graduate. He graduated in 2022 and he won the ISB Torch Bearer Award as well. And he did everything possible. He was the vice president of the consulting club. He won a couple of case comps. He also helped in event management. And then he joined, I think, OLX as
Yeah.
a product manager. He worked there for a year in B2C across multiple geographies. Then he shifted to PayTM, where he worked for a couple of years. And then he has recently shifted to PayPal as a senior product manager. So, my first question to Vinayak you is, do you think this transition to product management would have been possible without ISB?
Interesting question. Right now, in the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years,
Hmm.
I've been seeing this industry very closely, and there's so many people from the technology world, consulting world, not from ISB or any kind of, I would say, top tier MBA colleges, have been trying to get into product management. I'll not say the chances has been really low, but at the same time people have tried their ways,
Hmm.
one form or the another. For example, being in a software developer line, being in a, I would say, startup, and whatnot, and they have tried to go into product management, and they have been able to get those roles.
Hmm.
However, at the same time, I've seen like majority of cases where the rejections have happened because of the quote unquote uh, ISB tag or other tags involved.
Yeah.
So I would say the market has become much more competitive in the last
Hmm.
2 to 3 years,
Hmm.
and people with the right set of sort of experience, people with the right sort of pedigree, are sort of preferred over others. So that's my experience so far. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. And you have worked at three very different companies. All three are very pedigreed. But
Yeah.
if I ask you to choose between these three in terms of where did you have the most difficult and the most painful and the most excruciating PM interview, which employer would you
I think that will be PayPal only.
pick?
I would say because see, when I interviewed for OLX Group, OLX being a European conglomerate and whatnot. So at that time they were expanding in India. They wanted to go into the autos market, and they had a very different expectation from the candidate. They wanted somebody who can come and just bring new ideas and get on to building new features and product in general, right?
Hmm.
When I went to Paytm, already established firm, it's a lot of chaos involved in working at Paytm. So they wanted to understand whether I will be a good fit in that kind of environment or not. So though they grilled me on that stuff. But when I came to PayPal,
Hmm.
the interview and the question themselves were very different. Why? Because uh, now we are talking about launching a feature in more than 200 plus countries, right?
Hmm.
So the scale changes, right? The
Yeah.
expectation changes. The
Yeah.
idea is not only to build good products, but the products which are accepted globally, which
Hmm.
can bring a good impact overall, right? And there are a lot of legal risk, compliance, and all other stuff involved while we get out any feature, right?
Hmm.
So the expectations were really different. So yeah, I had to prepare a bit more for
Hmm.
PayPal for sure. Yeah.
Give me some questions that you were asked which you did not expect from a PM interview at PayPal.
Hmm. So one very simple question actually.
Hmm.
They gave me a scenario wherein they wanted me to sort of explain what happens. Let's say you have launched a feature for a particular country, and that goes bad,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
However, you have a sort of a legal or a compliance pressure to
Hmm.
to take that feature back,
Hmm.
but your customers are still struggling. What do you do? Like, what are you
Oh,
supposed to do, right?
got it.
So my product management interviews has been on the user journey and the product market fit, the new market entry questions. But this time it was a very tactical sort of practical question. So yeah, that made me think.
Very interesting. And let's travel back in time. So you were hired by OLX through on-campus interviews.
Absolutely.
So how did that look like? I mean, if you can document the journey for me, assume
Hmm.
that I am an ISB student who's preparing for PM interviews, and
Yeah.
now I want to land a shortlist with PayTM or OLX on campus. I make
Hmm.
a CV,
Yeah.
which the Business Technology Club will help me with. What
Hmm.
else do I have to do to clear the rounds?
Right. You're speaking like Nikhil Kamath right now.
Oh,
Just kidding, man. Just kidding, man.
uh,
Yeah, absolutely right. The first and the foremost thing is to get your CV right, get your resume right for that particular company. The second aspect is really to connect with alums from that
mm,
particular company, right? And get a sense of what is the current mission and the vision of the company, what kind of qualities they are looking forward to,
mm,
and what has been their experience when they interviewed for that company,
mm,
right? So that helps you to build confidence. Obviously not everybody would have the access to these alums, but if you can do that, nothing like it. Absolutely. That is number one. Number two is it always helps if you are up to date about that company itself. For example, when I interviewed with Misho, for an instance, I read their business model through and through. I understood where they're currently heading, what is their approach about the entire Indian e-commerce
mm,
market. And because these insights, when I presented that to the interviewer was impressed, right?
mm,
So that really helps. Apart from your simple peer-to-peer case preparation and
mm,
whatnot.
mm.
So there are a couple of things which I did, so that might be helpful for others as well.
Got it. And how many rounds did you have in OLX?
Three rounds. Three
Three
rounds.
rounds. And all three were technical case interviews.
Okay, the first one was a RCA about
It was an
why Netflix's viewer time is going down. Number one. The second interview was pertaining to if and very interestingly actually they wanted me to sort of tap upon if Flipkart wants to enter into fresh food, fresh vegetable, sort of market, and they want to deliver it on something related to quick commerce actually. So I think
Oh.
that the interviewer maybe was kind of ahead of his time at that time. So yeah, so he asked me what we are supposed to do from tell me the entire journey end to end. So that was interesting. And third round was a bit of HR and expectation setting sort of an interview, not a grilling interview per se.
Oh, wow. And since you come from a consulting background,
Yeah.
pre-ISB with EY, if
Hmm.
I ask you a question, which is, what is the key difference between a PM interview and a consulting interview? What would you say?
Yeah, I think uh, I would say um, I gave consulting interviews as well at that time. I landed few roles as well
Hmm.
during my time at ISB.
Hmm.
So the key differences were the product management interview. They're
Hmm.
looking for real implementable practical steps, right? They really want you to drill down on that particular feature, understand what kind of matrices are we talking about, what kind of I would say features you would implement, how are you going to rally your team members to build a feature, those kind of stuff. So if you think
Hmm.
about it, it's very laser focused about a certain thing,
Hmm.
right? While in consulting, they are looking for a more well, I would say, rounded sort of a approach where you think about the entire market, the entire, I would say, supply, the value chain,
Hmm.
right? And you have to talk about each and every aspect. Needs a more broader approach. So
Hmm.
these are the like this is the key aspect which I sort of looked at when I was preparing for consulting versus product
Hmm.
management. For example, I cannot come to a product management interview and I'll say, you know what, the best thing would be to explore a certain geography or a demographic. No, we're
Hmm.
supposed to drill down into it. We have to support the data and what kind of metrics I will be looking into it.
Hmm.
So those kind of stuff.
Got it. And tell me more about your time at PayTM, where you spent 2 years, via your most memorable project there, and what was your individual contributor contribution as a PM?
So right before leaving Paytm, I
Hmm.
spent around 3 months working on AI agents.
Wow.
right? And it was phenomenal. I would say, imagine a particular scenario wherein we onboard thousands and thousands of merchants every month, right? And for those merchants, if they're online merchants, we are supposed to do their due diligence and whatnot, and we have to go to their websites, understand what are they doing.
Hmm.
Is their website itself is compliant with RBI guidelines and other stuff?
Hmm.
So imagine this being done by around 20 30 agents who do
Hmm.
it manually. Now you
Wow.
bring one AI agent which does this entire thing itself, right? And
Hmm.
document, creates the documents, submits the document to the right authority and whatnot, right? It can do everything,
Hmm.
right? So it was an amazing project. We were able to reduce 70% of our FTEs who were working on. Reduce means they were asked to do something else, but
Hmm.
very interesting project. That was the first time I truly understood the power of AI agents and what it can bring to the future.
Got it. Very interesting.
Yes.
And can you give me a rough idea of what a senior PM would be making at PayPal?
Okay, so there's a range. That's what I've sort of interviewed. I mean, I've spoken to multiple people.
Hmm.
So anywhere from, I mean, from the base point of view, anywhere between 48 to 58, 60 fixed.
Hmm.
Then
Huge.
10% is your bonus,
Hmm. That's huge. And
and ESOPs are also involved, which are separate.
wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice. And what is the future trajectory like? So after a senior PM, do you become an AVP of product management or something
Mm,
else?
So since it's a very big organization, right, and I mean their structure is a little, it's similar to Amazon's. So you have
Hmm.
multiple levels, right? L1, L to the
Yeah.
to L13.
Hmm.
So from SPM you become lead product manager, and
Hmm.
then you go on to become a director,
Hmm.
then senior director, and from there you go on to become a VP and EVP, and that's all.
Got it. Very interesting.
Yeah,
And an
yeah.
AVP would be making broadly 1 CR plus easily.
Easily, easy. I mean, it will start from the director itself.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Uh,
Got it. And reminiscing over your ISB experience, if you have to give three pointers to keep in mind for a PM aspirant who wants to get into PM after ISB, what should they focus on? Should it be case comp? Should it be BTC presidency? Should it be CGPA or something else?
okay, three things. So I'll try to, speak about this entire thing. I don't know whether I'll be able to come up with 3 pointers per se, but
Sure.
I'll try to be as honest as possible.
Hmm.
Yeah, POR is amazing. If you can get the same, however, I would say, and it really depends upon uh, different aspects, right? For example, when I was contesting for the consulting club, right, I thought being in consulting club gives you an edge over others, right? But that is not really the case. If you want to do POR, do it for yourself, for the sake of the community, for having a good experience, right? Don't do POI just because you want a certain job. That's not a right approach to do it, because at the end of the day you are amongst your friends and you want to help them out, right? So that is one aspect.
Hmm.
Second aspect is uh, about the preparation. Be true to product management. Product management itself is a really interesting journey,
Hmm.
right? Because imagine, I mean, when you prepare for other interviews, right, you are bogged down with market dynamics and your case frameworks and whatnot, right? But for product management, it's a really interesting journey, right? You get to sort of experience and dissect the kind of products that you're using day by day. For example, for me, I was dissecting Slack, Spotify, YouTube, every single product that I used to, or I still use, right?
Hmm.
So it's a very fun journey. So have fun. Be very true to the soul of product management, which is understanding your user, their pain points, and solving for it. It's
True.
as simple as that.
Hmm.
So that's the second aspect. Enjoy it truly. And number three, I would say practice, practice, and practice. Right.
Hmm.
So uh, you might feel that you have the greatest ideas possible when it
Hmm.
comes to solving a particular pain point, but if it is not coming across as structured as possible, you are not going to make it, right?
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, when you are in the real world also, right? You
Hmm.
will be thrown, problems left, right, and center, right?
Hmm.
And an entire engineering team, analytics team, design team, and product operations, the business team, everybody is relying upon you to
Hmm.
make a sound decision. And you can do that only if you are structured, right? So bring that to practice.
Hmm.
Be it your peers, be it yourself, just sit down and try to put your ideas, your thoughts into a step by step structure so that it is easier for the interviewer also
Hmm.
to judge you properly, right?
Got
So don't come with a sorted sort of a list of solutions. That doesn't work.
got it.
So,
Very nice. And one last question for you, for the super insightful conversation. Tell me two things about ISB which nobody, barring a student or an alum, would know of. Something which is not mentioned anywhere on an open forum or a YouTube video. From, let's say, the perspective of a student who's at ISB.
two things.
Yeah.
Number one, we have an amazing party culture. So I don't know whether you know about this or not, whether it is sort of discussed on the any open forum or not. But I can speak for Mohali. I'm from Mohali campus, so it is. I mean, it must be true for Hyderabad campus as well. But it is truly amazing. I mean, there was not even a single day where I was not sort of excited about the next party. So I would definitely say that if you are here only for the job or other stuff, uh, it is going to be a great ride for you. Number one. Number two, uh, not many people would know. Okay, let me just think about this.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I don't know, but this is my insight. I might be wrong, but I think, and you can also pitch it out there. I mean, we must be producing what, 40, 30, 40 real marriage couples every year from
Very
ISB.
true. Very true. Very true.
so, so yeah, that's another insight. Again, I mean, people who might be watching this, they might be saying we don't need this information, but
Ah.
guys, trust me, you would need this information, right? Make up your mind.
Got
So.
understood. Awesome. Thank you so much, Vinayak, for this super insightful, super enthralling uh, discussion and conversation. And I'm pretty sure this will help all PM aspirants looking to enter into ISB.
Perfect. And Sarthak, I would want to say this on record that you are doing a service to not only ISB folks, but the future aspirants as well. So kudos to you for taking this initiative and you're running this beautifully. I've seen the other videos as well.
Sure.
So thank you so much, man. Yeah.
Thank you. And take care.
Thank you, everybody.